Hello, I'm here to show you to compare two different Tesla bags. This is the one that I started with when I started doing backpacking throughout the world. This is a more traditional backpacker's bag. It's the Terra 65. Like I said, it's a very traditional backpacker's bag. And this one is the one that I'm using now. It's the Osprey Porter 46. It's a hand luggage, it's a carry-on. You don't have to check in this bag. So I'm going to show you right now the cons and pros of each bag and why I've changed from this bag to this bag. And while this bag is very good and it has its benefits and good things about it, it also has a lot of things that I don't like anymore when I travel. And this one is a smaller bag and also has its cons when it comes to space, but also has a lot of benefits to it. Okay, so we're going to start with the North Face Terra 65. This is a 65-liter bag. About 6-7 years ago. It's a very good quality bag. It cost me about $100. It's about $180, but I found it for about $120 online. The problems that I've seen with this bag is that while it's very good quality, like there's no tears, there's no damage to this bag after so much usage to it, is that it has a lot of straps. So you're gonna see right now that it has a lot of stuff that is very distracting, especially if you're gonna travel on an airplane and you're gonna check in this bag. It's very, very confusing and it's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna show you right now all the features of the bag. Like I said, it's a 65-liter one, so it has a lot of space for everything. And you have like a little pocket in here, so you could put a lot of stuff in it. It has several entrances. It has an entrance here on the top, and then you could also enter through the bottom. I'll show you in a few minutes how that goes. And it also has a side entrance, so it makes it a lot easier to have access to a lot of the stuff that you have in the main pocket. It also has a cover, a top cover, and it has a pocket in the top, and it has a mesh pocket here, so you could use it to put your passport, a book, anything that you want to have easy access to. It's very easy. It has a little keychain. And then you close this here, and then if you're gonna close, then you could just snap this in here. Oh, wait, another one strap. So like I said, it has a lot of straps. It could be a little confusing, but what this does is that if you have a little bit of less stuff inside, you could just close it and make it a little tighter, and if you have a little more, then you could just make this a little longer. It also has a little small pocket here. You could another pocket that you could put things that you have easy access to. Like I could put like gloves or scarves or anything like that in here. And it has a bottom pocket. Now it has a little divider in here. So usually what I use this pocket for is for shoes, anything that that you don't mind, the bottom hitting on. So I usually put shoes in here, and then you could also have access to the main pocket in the bag. You could just go like that, go like this, and it's a very useful feature. So so you have 3 access to this bag, from the top, from the bottom, and then from the side. Now let me turn around here and to show you that it has an internal frame. And what is cool about this is that you could actually change it and make it fit your size. So if you're a little bit taller, then you could lift it up. If you're a little shorter, you could lift it down. And it has padding on the straps, so obviously you're gonna be carrying a lot of weight on this bag, so it's pretty cool. And it has this, so you could also change it to fit your body. Like I mentioned before, it has the straps here that you hook it on your hips. I'll show you in a few minutes how that looks like on your body. But okay. And then it has another one up here for your chest. So what that does is that distributes the body all over your core, so you don't have to put all the weight on your shoulders. So let me put it on to show you how that looks like. So you hook the one here on the chest, and there's the one for your hips. So what that does is that it puts all the weight here on your legs, on your hips, and your chest. So you don't put everything on your shoulders, because obviously it's a very big bag, and if you're gonna put a lot of stuff in it, and you're gonna be walking a lot with it, then obviously putting everything on your shoulders after a while is gonna be a lot of heaviness on you. So, so this was a very useful bag. It also has a couple of pockets here, mesh pockets. Usually you could put water in there. In Europe, I carry like a bottle of wine for a long time. So it has a lot of cool features. But the main issue that I found with this bag is it has a lot of straps. This especially was very challenging when I was gonna check in at the airport. Because every time you had to check in this at the airport, they always had an issue with the straps. They were afraid I was going to get caught on something, so I had to always put everything together, and it was always a big issue when, putting everything together, and then when I got off the plane, trying to put everything back. So, well, this bag is very popular with backpackers. I know it's like a very popular thing to buy. I found that it's more for camping. So this is actually the use that I have for this bag now. Is every time I go camping, this is a very useful bag for that. But when it comes to traveling with like an airplane or train, it's not the most friendly bag to use. So I'll show you right now the benefits of having a smaller bag.
Hey guys, so I'm going to be showing you my favorite travel bag that I'm using, and it's the Osprey Porter 46 liter. Now this bag comes with some pretty amazing features. There's not that many bags that have the features that this bag has. There certainly are a handful, but they're much more expensive. This is a nice balance. This bag retails for $135, say. I got it for $104. I used a 20% off coupon on a website that I found it on called backcountrygear.com. So yeah, for $104, it really replaced me having to get an entire luggage set. So those features that I was talking about that are pretty handy. For starters, it has a compression system. So the sides are really sturdy and very hard, and when you pull on the straps, it tightens really, really tight, and it keeps all of your stuff as compressed as possible. So you really could shrink this bag really, really tight. Even if you do pack all of your clothing into packing cubes and mush all kinds of stuff in there, when you pull the straps, it gets like 20% smaller. It's really, really cool that it does that. Another amazing feature is that you can use this in several different ways. So you can use this as sort of like a briefcase. You can carry it different ways. It has straps everywhere. Straps, I don't know if you can tell, are incredibly sturdy. They're really comfortable, and they're easy to grip. You could also buy a belt that loops these two things, and you could carry it sort of like you would carry a messenger bag on your shoulder. The way that I carried it the most throughout China was as a backpack. So this is pretty amazing. You convert it to a backpack by pulling out these straps. These straps have a system that allows you to take the weight off of your shoulders and transfer it to your hips. Now you've probably seen this in the bag that Andres showed, like the North Face camping bags. A lot of bags have a sort of a hip suspension system. So that's how it turns into a sort of like a backpack. It has a chest harness, which puts a lot of the weight on your chest, which is really good. Gets it away from your neck and shoulders. That's really, really handy. And I'll show you what this looks like when it's on. The chest straps are completely customizable. You can move them up or down on these little bars here, so it's made for different people. If you're a female, it allows you to move these straps in different positions. These things put all of the weight that would be on your shoulders, putting it right on your hips. You really feel it when you're carrying that weight. It's all right here. So it's really comfortable. You could even run with this bag. I've had to run to catch a bus or whatever it is, and it's really comfortable. It converts back and forth fairly easily. I'm going to show you some of the pockets on the inside. Okay. So, of the pockets, there's I like that this bag has a ton of little hidden pockets that you'll find as you are traveling along and you need them. It's got the main pocket, which is this one over here. It's a massive, a massive pocket that allows you to have access to your entire bag. So even though it's like a backpack, it opens up very much like a briefcase, like how you zip all around and you open up the entire top. So when you open up the entire top, you get these handy little pockets on the side. I actually thought there was going to be more pockets on the inside, but these two serve their purpose just fine. I use these pockets on the inside to put things like documents or my flip-flops, things like that. Things that you don't use all the time, but you do need to be able to access easily. So this back pocket is, or the big pocket, is the main compartment. That's where you put all your goodies. Then there's this, and there's this guy. This pocket here, this is where I kept all of my electronics and all of my paperwork, important documents, things like that. It's actually made for you to put a laptop or your iPad because this is cushioned and it's really soft in here, so it avoids all scratches. I didn't take a laptop or an iPad because I felt it would be a waste of space. So instead I just put a notebook in here. I added Velcro to all of these little pockets. This is something that I added on because I felt that moving the bag in different directions, some of the stuff in the pockets was going to fall out. And I'm kind of surprised that the company didn't put that in, but maybe for the next edition. So it's got all these handy little straps to keep all your stuff together. Then there's this pocket over here. This side pocket is one of the most easily accessible once the bag is completely closed. You can put anything in there from gloves if you're in the cold, or a travel wallet, whatever you may need. This is really easy to access. And this is the easiest pocket, and it's kind of like a secret pocket in here in the top. This is where I kept things like my coverall, my rain coverall, or hand sanitizer, things that I needed to access very, very quickly while I was on the road without having to disturb much of my bag. It does have this handy little clip, so you can clip your keys or anything that you might need to have handy that you don't want to fall out. And that's basically it. That's the whole bag. I would definitely recommend this bag to anyone that wants to do a trip anywhere. It's not recommended as a camping bag because it is kind of like a pretty bag. So yeah, that's it.